Alright, going on to week 3, and we're going up against the 2-0 Detroit Lions. So let's see what they were dealing with. Well, let's go to league schedule, actually. I'd like to see kind of what's going on around the whole league. So we're going to be trying to find the Lions here. Where are those? There they are, Lions and Bears. So they beat the Chicago Bears, which isn't too big of news. Week 2, they beat the Jaguars. Okay, they killed the Jaguars. So they haven't really been tested too much. Now they have expected win. I would say I would expect them to be 2-0. And they made playoffs last year. So Jimmy G doing great things for us this year. Picking up where he left off, basically. Lions. So Matthew Stafford, he's thrown 3 interceptions. 492 yards, though, in 2 games. Kerryon Johnson, 169 yards, 1 touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 58. He's the red zone back, it seems. Hawkinson, 2 touchdowns, another red zone threat. Kenny Galladay, you know, just a good receiver. Allison, Marvin, overall I think their receivers are pretty decent. Alright, any sacks on this team? Oh, Trey Flowers. Jamie Collins. Yes, they did have a good defense, if I remember. Yeah, they did. Deron Harmon. Interceptions yet on this team? 2 of them. Desmond Turpon. Special teams, how's that looking? Not very good. I think we're going to put it to these guys. I think what we're going to need, I don't think Kerryon would be a big factor in this one. DeAndre Swift, maybe. He would be a guy we would have to stop, but Matthew Stafford, you know, biggest threat, Hawkinson, which we've been struggling against tight ends for some reason. So I would say if we could stop Hawkinson, this game is put away. So let's jump in.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 20 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Third and 2, Stafford. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
Now Garoppolo. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a good...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing is Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's Mostert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go. First down, San Francisco.
This is Mostert. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down, it's Harris, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a first and 10 at the 18. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Throwing on second and 3. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it with Morris. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Alfred Morris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
We got 4.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, complete. Smith has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Here we go.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds McKinnon, complete. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run again with Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Garoppolo, 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd down, it's Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Stafford. Jones has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford got a man. That's Allison. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford complete to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Bailey's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. It's brought in by Harris. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's Mike McGlinchey, former first-round pick out of Notre Dame with a penalty. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They run the counter. Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, that's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Garoppolo. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Open man is Higgins. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.